Уважаемый Шавкат Мирамонович, дорогой брат,
Dear Shavkat Miramonovich, my dear brother, dear guests, dear friends, it is a significant day in the history of relations between Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan today. The state visit of the President of Uzbekistan is taking place, as it should be, in an atmosphere of brotherhood and mutual understanding. Today, both within the framework of the bilateral meeting and within the framework of the Interstate Council meeting, we discussed a wide range of issues of bilateral cooperation and once again confirmed the strategic and allied nature of our relations. Last year in Tashkent, we signed the Treaty on Allied Relations, which is the highest and most significant document in the relations between any countries. We have been officially allies for about a year now and have demonstrated this through active cooperation in the international arena, mutual support, as well as specific plans and projects that we are implementing in many areas. Today, starting our meeting, I, first of all, congratulated Shavkat Miramonovich on my own behalf and on behalf of all the people of Azerbaijan on a historic achievement, the qualification of the Uzbekistan national football team for the World Cup. I said that this achievement was not accidental. This is a continuation of the glorious sporting victories that Uzbek athletes demonstrate in the international arena, including historic achievements at the Summer Olympic Games. And of course, this is the result of the wise policy of the leadership and the President of Uzbekistan on educating young people and developing the country. We are watching with great interest and enjoy the rapid development of Uzbekistan, the implementation of large-scale reforms in all areas. We are glad that the authority of Uzbekistan in the international arena is growing year after year. The economic potential is growing, and many issues of social life are being resolved. All this is the result of the thoughtful policy of the President and the leadership of Uzbekistan. All this is manifested in specific programs. We, as friends and brothers, are sincerely happy about this. Today, reports were heard from different ministers on various areas of our cooperation. Today, we once again confirmed our intention to significantly increase both the turnover and the volume of mutual investments. The Joint Investment Fund, which was established some time ago, is already provided with projects. Today, it was reported that more than 10 projects are already at the stage of investment decision-making. But of course, we see this only as a beginning, because the authorized capital of the investment fund is $500 million. Our plans exceed this figure several times, and I am confident that the joint implementation of projects in energy, the hotel business, construction, agriculture, and many other areas, projects that already have a specific prospect, which have been agreed upon, and contracts that have been signed will definitely lead to a significant increase in mutual investments, and this reflects our intentions. This corresponds to the spirit and nature of the fraternal relations between our countries, both Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan. In addition to the fact that we are actively investing in the development of the economies of our countries, are also already entering friendly countries with our investments. For us, investments in Uzbekistan are a priority. First, because it is a friendly and fraternal country. Secondly, because as a result of the thoughtful reforms of the President of Uzbekistan, a very favorable investment climate has been created in the country, which is the responsibility not only of us, but also of leading international financial institutions and many countries. It is no coincidence that Uzbekistan is a very attractive country for investment today. We also went over the transport and logistics sector in detail, taking into account today's opportunities, as well as future projects that will lead to the creation of a more extensive and diversified transport infrastructure in the Central Asian region, with access through the Caspian to Azerbaijan, and then in the western direction. We agreed not only to continue coordinating our projects in a bilateral format, so that our infrastructure is ready to receive large volumes of cargo, but also to conduct regular dialogue and work on coordinating transport policy in a multilateral format with our neighboring countries, because the Middle Corridor project has several branches that are either in the operational stage, in the development stage, or under construction. And of course, the Azerbaijani transport infrastructure, which will ultimately receive cargo along all diversified routes of the Middle Corridor in Central Asia, must be ready, the Azerbaijani transport infrastructure, for receiving a significantly larger volume of cargo. We are grateful to our Uzbek friends for their advisory assistance and for investing in projects related to agriculture, primarily cotton growing and sericulture. The experience of Uzbek companies in this area is very valuable to us. We also specifically discussed large-scale projects for the development of agricultural enterprises, including enterprises for processing agricultural products, both in Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan. We are particularly grateful for the assistance in the revival of Karabakh. Uzbekistan was the first country, and President Mirziyoyev was the first leader in the world who immediately, on his own initiative, provided assistance in the restoration of the Karabakh region. And the first object of social educational infrastructure is this school, which was built by Uzbekistan and Shavkat Miramonovich, and I opened it, which bears the name of the great son of the Uzbek people, Mirzo Ulugh, and children who have returned to the land of their ancestors are now studying there. The second significant project in the territories liberated from Armenian occupation is a garment factory in the city of Konkendi. Again, thanks to the investments and technologies of our Uzbek brothers, an enterprise has been established there. More than 200 people are working there today, and in the future, the number of people working there will increase several times. So this is assistance in social infrastructure, assistance in creating industrial production, as well as providing employment. We are very grateful for this and appreciate it very much.
За это очень благодарны и это очень высоко ценим. Сегодня наша работа.
Today, after today's event, our work will be continued.
Будет продолжена. Совместно.
We will jointly open a new building of the Embassy of Uzbekistan in Azerbaijan.
Опять же хочу выразить благодарность Shavkatu Miramonovich.
And again, I want to express my gratitude to Shavkat Miramonovich for deciding to construct this building. The history of this place is already quite ancient.
Она достаточно уже древняя.
2001.
This place in the city center was allocated by Haydar Aliyevich. Embassies of large countries are located there in the same area. However, for at least 2 decades, no, perhaps a little less than that, it just stood there. I will say quite frankly that there were many hunters for this place. I have been told more than once that, you see, Uzbekistan is not building an embassy. The place is good, and here is the project. I have told them to get rid of all the projects. This place was allocated to the brotherly country by my father. When a decision is made, I am sure that this building will be built. And as soon as Shavkat Miramonovich learned about this, as soon as we began to actively interact, he made the decision and a beautiful building has been built. But this will not be the only part of Uzbek land here. Uzbekistan Park, which will also be established in one of the central places of the city of Baku, the most promising one, a project of modern urbanism called White City. Right in the center of this project, Uzbekistan Park will be established on an area of almost 5 hectares. The presentation of this project was made during my state visit last year. During this time, work has been carried out to coordinate the project, allocate land, infrastructure. The territory was cleared of the already obsolete buildings. And I am sure that a beautiful corner of Uzbekistan will be created in the city of Baku in a short time. This will also be a place for our residents, where they will come with pleasure, as well as for foreign tourists. The only, perhaps, downside here is that if a foreign visitor comes to Baku and goes to this park, they may not want to go to Uzbekistan later, because they will see everything here. This, of course, is a joke. This is further evidence of such a brotherly attitude towards us. I am sure that there will be many more such projects. There will be more projects of tourist infrastructure in Uzbekistan. We still have a lot of work before the end of the day, so we will inform the public of our countries. After our first meeting with Shavkat Miramonovich, we instructed members of the government to do their job with dignity and know that we will monitor and check it regularly, which we are doing. The visits are regular in nature. Then we often meet within the framework of international organizations, summits and other conferences, and we often communicate by phone, so everyone knows that all instructions must be carried out. Once again, I want to express gratitude to my dear brother for such a good attitude towards the country and for this visit. Tomorrow, we will be in Karabakh together. This will not be the first visit of Shavkat Miramonovich to Karabakh, so we will continue working together as friends and brothers. Once again, dear Shavkat Miramonovich, you are welcome.
Уважаемый Shavkat Miramonovich, добро пожаловать.